So in this video we will learn about the transformations topic, in which reflection in x-axis and y-axis, both the reflections will be there at a time. So in that case, how do we write the function, and then how do we understand the invariant points, and what will be the mapping? So all these topics will be studying in this. Now, understanding reflection in x and y axis with different graphs. So now this is the graph, and first thing we'll write y is equals to fx. How will the equation of the function look like? So it will be y equals, now I'm writing f and x. So what changes do we observe here? There will be one negative sign here and here. Whenever there is reflection in x and y axis both, so it will be understood as y is equal to minus of f of minus x. So this is the transformed function equation. And mapping. So how does the mapping change here? So x comma y, this will change to both x and y coordinate will change the sign. And the invariant point. So in this case, the invariant point, when we have to understand, so invariant point will be always the origin if the graph is passing through the origin. So here we can see that the graph is not passing through the origin, so it is just a graph here, so that means there will be no invariant points, so we write here none. Now to understand the graph of this, so this is the given graph, so we can take it in any order. First we can take the reflection in x-axis, then we can reflect it in y-axis, or we can change the order also. So first I am reflecting it in the x-axis, so the graph will look like this. And after that we reflect it in the y-axis, so we draw the graph this way. So this will be the graph, final graph. So this will be y equals negative f of negative x. So this will be the graph of the final function. Now taking another graph. So first again we have to find reflection in x and y axis both. So how will be the equation? So I'm writing y is equals to, it will be minus and f of minus x. So it will be negative before f and with x. Mapping will be again, so it is x comma y will change to minus x and minus y. So first we try to draw this. Now we have to, first we can reflect it in the x-axis. So when we reflect it in the x-axis, so it will be looking like this. And now if we reflect it in the y-axis, so it will be here. So this will be the final graph, which will be y is equals to negative f of negative x. And since the original graph is not passing through origin, that means there will be no invariant points. Now taking another example. So now the graph is this way. So y is equals to fx. So we write the transformed function y is equal to negative f of negative x. Mapping will be again xy will change to minus x and minus y. And since the graph does not pass through origin, so invariant point will be none. So when we have to draw the reflection, so we can make reflection in x-axis and then y-axis, or we can first make it in y-axis and then in x-axis. So it will be the same. So let us first make the reflection in y-axis this time. So we draw the graph this way. And now when we reflect it in the x-axis, so you can see it will look like this one. So this will be the final graph, which is y is equals to negative f of negative x. So this is your y is equals to fx graph. So we can draw it in any order, first x-axis, then y-axis, or first y-axis and then x-axis. So it will end as the same graph. Now in this one, you can see this will be here, and the invariant point, as we discussed, will be none. Now taking another example, again it is reflection in x and y axis, so these will be the similar as we discussed. Now we can see that this is the original graph and it's passing through origin. So there will be the invariant point, but first we can see, first I'm reflecting in x-axis, so reflecting in x-axis, the graph will, reflecting in y-axis, so the graph will be here. It will look like something like this. So first we reflected in y-axis, now we are reflecting it in the x-axis. So we draw it this way. So this is the given, and this one is the final. Y is equals to negative f of negative x. So now you can see that the final graph, this one, and the original graph both pass through origin. So that means there is invariant point 1, which is 0, 0. Here it will be, equation will be same, y is equal to minus f of minus x. Mapping will be xy changes to minus x and minus y. Now pause the video and try these questions. Once you're done doing these questions, you can refer to the answers on the next slide. So these are the answers. Just refer to it and check it. Thank you.